Hello there everyone, Ashen Flash here, and welcome on into the final video of this Superman themed week here on the channel. Today we're talking about my top 10 sets that I'd like to see them do for Superman. This is not based off of the new film, it just has him in it and it's connected to him. You'll see as the list goes on, but let's go ahead and let's get started with spot number 10. It's a Lex mech. Might be disappointing to some, but speaking of disappointment, like a lot of people were disappointed with the mech set that we got this year. The fact that it's a Superman mech and not a Lex mech. I think that having a Lex mech would be a really fun throwback to the 2012 one, as well as that one that we got back in 2018. I think is a really great one as well. Just why not do another Lex mech? I think would just be really cool. Maybe upscale it a bit so that it's more like the buildable characters. I think would be cool, like the Sentinel or Surtur would be a better scale, I think, especially if you're having a bunch of heroes fighting off against this mech as well. Spot number 9, a Superman logo. I love the Marvel logo so much, as well as the Star Wars one. The Marvel one a little more so because it has a play feature involved in it and not just lifting up a panel and, oh, look inside, it's just a little small micro diorama. Like, I think that having scenes or something more depicted inside of a logo would be much cooler. So for this, I was trying to think, like, what could you do? Maybe, I don't know, you have different sections that you can open up, and then you would have it so that maybe inside is like a green car for him to lift. And then I thought lifting, and I was like, oh my goodness, how cool would it be if instead of like the Marvel one where characters are popping out and panels are going flying? Yes, you could still do that for like a comic book popping out of the page effect. But what about if he was somehow holding this on the stand, like you create because it's on a point, right? I don't know how strong that would be. What if he's like holding this up sort of on an angle as well? You could angle it like he's holding up the green car. I don't know. Just throwing that out there. I think people would go nuts for different logos for superheroes, especially like the most iconic ones like Batman as well. I think they could do a Justice League one, or even obviously a DC one would be really cool too. Spot number 8, just a supervillain battle. A little small street build or something like that for Metropolis, I think would be really cool to get a play set. I'm thinking if you want, you could include a bunch of villains that we've never gotten before, whether it's Parasite, a Toyman mech, Mr. Mxyzptlk, Metallo, Bizarro, we've been waiting a really long time to get, Livewire. Another really cool one would be Ultra Humanite. His first ever villain would be awesome to get. You see, I could list off so many different Superman villains that we're waiting to get in a set. If you wanted to and make it one of the best-selling sets of all time, a Doomsday Big Figure in like a $20-$30 little diorama of Metropolis all broken up and everything. You could even have the pole with his tattered cape on it. People would go nuts for this set. It would be insane. I think that they're sitting on a gold mine of potential for characters and different things for Superman. Spot number 7, this is from the new movie, The Hammer of Bavaria. Now, my friend Brody, True Score, he created this really awesome set. I think that it's a little big for what it actually is in the film, but this was designed off of trailers and different things, so you didn't quite know the scale or even who was inside and different things. So spoilers for that, I'm just going to talk about it here. Getting a small mech, the same size that we're getting these days, I think for this would be really cool. Having the hammer as well, putting Ultraman inside with Superman would be really cool to get. They want to go one step further. They include a minifigure version of Krypto. Instant hot seller. Oh my goodness. On top of that, it would also be just a little bit different mech-wise because it would have this big covering over the head as well, which I think would be really cool and unique instead of everything else that we get for these $15 mechs. I think would be really cool. Spot number 6, a LexCorp building. Now, it could be based off the new movie, Luthor Corp, and then you'd also have like the 2 towers and then that center bit there too would be really cool. But having it comic book based as well would be incredible to get. I mean, if you think about the characters, just going back to the supervillain battle, like there's so much potential for Superman characters. Now, this could be a smaller playset like what we are currently getting for Marvel. And because of Oscorp sort of being similar, big black tech building, I put this lower on the list. But I think that it's definitely cool enough depending on the design, like maybe something like Lego Batman 2. But also this could be a modular as well. It's just not as needed, I think, as some other stuff on the list. Next up, spot number 5, a Batman v Superman set. Now, depending on how you feel about that movie, if you like it or hate it, I think that there's still a lot of things that we can all agree on. Next year is the 10-year anniversary for that movie, and I think that Batmobile is really darn cool. I love the look of that. Maybe I am a little bit biased because I got to see that actually racing down the streets of Toronto when they filmed Suicide Squad, but it would be really cool to get that next year for the anniversary of the film. Recently, like, the Batmobiles we've been getting have had 3 characters. I think it would be really cool to get somebody that we've never gotten before. Jeremy Irons' Alfred would be an awesome inclusion in that. But it depends on the suit that you include there too. Like, you could maybe have 2 suits for Batman, one in the mech suit to actually fight against Superman, and you include just very much a remake and inclusion side build of that original stuff. Obviously the Kryptonite Spear and all that would be really cool for that fight. Next up, spot number 4, a buildable Krypto. This has to be based off of the new movie. Just the amount of merchandise and plushies and different things that have been sold for Krypto has been insane. Like, I went to see Superman on Thursday and they had so many plushies. I went the next day, there was 1 left. Like, this is such a shoe-in. I think you could make it at the scale of Simba and the Dalmatian, but I think having something smaller, more affordable would be really cool too. And just do like Star Wars, include a minifigure version of the character as well. I think that really goes a long way. Next up, spot number 3, a Metropolis skyline. So this would be just like the Gotham skyline from Batman the Animated Series, but for Superman the Animated Series. I think that it may not have the sort of same visual identity that Gotham does with just the red sky and everything like that, but I think you could have it be a blue basic sky during the day with clouds and different things, and there's so many locations that would lend themselves well to play sets, but also just here for a Metropolis skyline. Obviously LexCorp we talked about before, but the Daily Planet, I think the architecture and everything, there's so much that they could include there, as well as just having those little hidden stuff inside for you to reference different episodes would be really cool. I think that the figures included, if I had to pick 4, obviously I would include Superman, Lois Lane, as well as Lex Luthor, and probably Brainiac as the 4th character if I'm copying what they did for Batman. Spot number 2, a Fortress of Solitude set. I do not understand why we have never gotten a Fortress of Solitude set. Yes, I know we had that one from Lego Batman movie, but it's not the same, like with the crystals and everything. All like, I could just picture what Lego would accomplish with just all the different parts that we have, transparent pieces, and just, it would be just a beautiful design. It doesn't have to be based off of the new movie, which would be really cool too, with the big door and everything like that. I really think that Lego's missing out. And again, think of the characters that could be included in that set too. And spot number 1, obviously, is the Daily Planet. It's such a beautiful building, and again, if it's based off the new movie, fine, that would be a great way to get everybody that we're missing because we didn't get any sets for it. But how incredible would it be to get a Daily Planet modular building? Yes, a small playset would be cool too, but there's rumors of the Daily Bugle retiring later this year, so why not replace it with another newspaper for DC? I think would be so darn cool. All the characters that we would be getting there for the first time as well, the entire staff would be awesome to get. And again, think of the Superman villains, and also you could include beyond that, because this is a modular, just like the Daily Bugle included people like Daredevil, Punisher. Think of other heroes that we could get in there for the first time as well. It's also mostly tan a lot of times, so visually it would look distinct to the Bugle as well. But this set, by the way, that I've been showing in the background is actually on Rebrickable if you wanted to, designed by Dream Build Bricks. Amazing. What do you think of this list? I'd love to hear your thoughts and ideas about Superman sets that you'd like to see. Obviously, I could have done a lot of stuff from the film itself, but I wanted this to be more general based and include some ideas from that as well. But be sure to subscribe, turn the bell notification so you don't miss out on future Lego DC set news and reviews. We are not done for the year. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you will have a great day. We'll see you all in the next one.